Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Championship Day here at the 2018 Florida Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournament. I'm Jeff McSpadden. Going to be getting our broadcast started this morning, and we'll pass it off here just shortly. We're in day 6 in an elimination game between the Shalimar All-Stars and the host team, Liberty County All-Stars. Both of these guys working their way through the loser's bracket, trying to get back to the championship game. Liberty County coming off a win last evening versus Chipley to advance. And Shalimar losing a close one to Mariana, 5-2. Mariana pulled away at the last minute, last couple of innings there. So starting lineups for today for Liberty County, who will be the home team. In the field, pitching, number 1, Rylan Roddenberry. Playing shortstop, Nate Carpenter. Number 16, Jake Burns will be playing third base. Number 9, Gavin Sewell will be over at third. Number 11, Brock Lewis will bat in the 5 hole. And number 15, Jacob Kent will be behind the plate. Number 3, Ashton Ammons will be at second base. And following Ashton will be number 5, Maddox Taunton. And number 9, hole hitter will be number 45, Jackson Mayo, who will be in right field. And number 7, Hunter Brown, batting in the 10 spot, be starting out in center field. Number 1, Tanner McSpadden will be batting after him. And finishing up the Liberty County order will be number 2, Jay Brown in left field. Our batting lineup for Shalimar All-Stars be number 12, Jace Brown, playing shortstop. Number 15, Aaron Rowell at third base. Number 5, Ben Otten at first. Number 42, Isaiah Johnson playing center field. Number 13, Joshua Knoll will be pitching today. And number 4, Trey Edwards in left field. Number 8, Keeson Hines Wheeler will be catching today. Number 3, Tristan Jackson at second base. Number 21, Landon Rumfelt in right field. Number 11, Mikael Johnson. Number 6, Dylan Maracas. And 14, Joshua Millman complete the Shalimar lineup. First pitch of the game from Rylan Roddenberry to Jace Brown is a strike. Roddenberry's second offering. A little bit outside. Roddenberry delivers his third pitch of the at-bat. Again, just a bit outside. Brings the count to 2-1. Foul ball. Evens the count up 2-2. Roddenberry delivers another one on the outside corner. This one again fouled away by Brown. Roddenberry's pitch outside evens the count. Full. Payoff pitch coming up. We had a late game last evening. A little bit of a weather delay yesterday and backed up our games about an hour. Shalimar and Mariana finished up on field 2 late last evening, and we adjusted the games, pushed them back an hour to give these teams some travel time to get back and forth to the hotel. So we apologize if you didn't get the update for our 10 o'clock start this morning. Brown with another foul ball, continues to battle here at the plate. And he's called out. Not sure what the call on the field was. May have been a pass ball and a swing and a miss. Got away from the catcher. Looked like a foul ball. Nevertheless, it's 1 out. Brings number 15, Aaron Rowell, to the plate. Roddenberry's first pitch outside corner for a strike. Line drive just past the shortstop. Nate Carpenter not able to make the play. It'll be a single for Aaron Rowell. Get something started for Shalimar All-Stars. Now coming to the plate, number 5, Ben Otten. Ben's our first baseman for Shalimar. Lefty steps up to the plate. Roddenberry's first pitch, outside, ball 1. Next pitch from Roddenberry inside will bring the count to 2-0 on Ben Otten. 1 out here in the top of the first inning, just getting started. Both of these teams facing elimination this morning. The winner of this game will move on into the championship game to face the winner of Mariana and St. Anne. That game's going on now in field 2. We'll update you with scores as they come available to us. Roddenberry delivers a strike. Runner on first base. Ben Otten at the plate. Swing and a miss. Brings the count to 2-2. Roddenberry, ball 4. So Otten moves to first. And Aaron Rowell moves over to second base. We got runners on first and second with 1 out. Batting now for Shalimar, number 42, Isaiah Johnson, the center fielder. With an opportunity to get Shalimar on the board here early with runner in scoring position and 1 out. Roddenberry's pitch upstairs for ball 1. Roddenberry's pitch outside, fouled off over the right field fence. outfield or the sideline fence. Brings the count to 1-1. Roddenberry with another strike. Brings our count to 1-2. Ladies and gentlemen, you had not gotten the privilege to watch this Roddenberry fella play baseball. You've missed a treat. He has been spectacular in this tournament, pitching no-hit baseball through 3 2/3 inning the other night, going 4 for 4. Continues his quality at-bats and throwing a bunch of strikes, giving Liberty County a chance to stay in the game. Foul straight back. Keeps our count at 1-2. Roddenberry and Jake Burns, our third baseman today, been carrying a lot of the weight for Liberty County on the mound. Pitching well. Keeping Liberty County in all of the games. Shalimar's got a couple of great pitchers as well. Kept them in the game against the Mariana team that's been averaging double-digit scores in all of their games. Held Mariana to only 5 runs. Line drive to second baseman Ashton Amos. He tries to double him up at second base. The runner gets back in time. So that gives us 2 outs. Great heads-up play by Emmons. Catches the line drive. Brown will go back to the dugout and brings up number 13, Joshua Knoll, our starting pitcher. Runners remain at first and second with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Swing and a miss by Knoll. Roddenberry's first offering just a little up. Knoll decided he wanted to take a shot at it. Roddenberry's second delivery. Right down the middle. A little ahead of it was Knoll. Weak foul ball back to the on-deck circle behind him. Brings our count to 0-2 with 2 outs. Again, runners on first and second here in the top of the first inning. Roddenberry's pitch outside, 1-2. Roddenberry's not going to overwhelm you with a powerful fastball. One thing he is going to do is he's going to hit his spots. He's going to change his speeds and keep the batters off balance. You'll see a lot of ground balls. It's going to come up to Liberty County's defense making the plays today. And he gets them just as we just spoke of on the outside corner, hitting his spots for out number 3, and that'll do it in the top of the first inning. Score remains 0-0. Shalimar and Liberty County. Folks, I'm going to sign off on my debut as a broadcaster. I've enjoyed it as much as you have, I know.
Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie.
JockJive.com. We are literally taking the world by storm. Last year, more than 3,000 cities worldwide turned into our coverage of football, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball. From T-ball to the NCAA Division I athletics, Jock Jive crews have traveled this nation to provide you the finest in sports coverage. So the next time you need the spotlight clearing on your sports venture, think JockJive.com. Maybe not the only internet sports channel, but the best one.
Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling. Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did.
All right, welcome everybody. Sorry that I was late. I am Ryan Maloney here for Jock Jive. And we have Shalimar in Liberty County, and we're in the bottom of the first here in Bristol. Still knotted at double zeros as we have for Liberty County, Rylan Roddenberry as he takes the first one for ball one. And it's a gorgeous summer day here to play America's pastime on America's birthday. Here comes the pitch, and it is low and wide to the outside to make the count 2-0 to Roddenberry. All right, let's see here for Shalimar. And as we wait on the third one, on the third pitch. And that one is wide as well. So it looks like Joshua Knoll is on the mound for Shalimar. Wearing number 13 for today. And as we wait for the payoff pitch, 3-0. Let's see if Liberty County can get their first man on today. Oh, and he does. The count is 3-1. And as for Roddenberry, calls for a slight time as he readjusts at the plate. The infield straight up, and the outfield as well. Here it comes, and right down the pipe, and they call it for strike two. All right, Knoll working his way back into the count. Now we are at full here in Bristol. And here it comes from his almost three-quarters delivery, and that is a walk, and Roddenberry will take first. All right, next up is Nate Carpenter, and wearing number 42 today. Shalimar is in the green and black today, and Liberty County sporting the gold and white. Very reminiscent of Chipola for on the Northern Florida fans. And that's a swing and a miss. Carpenter trying to hit that one home, but to no avail. Good pitch inside by Knoll. All right, let's see. Oten is on first. Let's see. It's playing first base today for Shalimar. Working through some of these, and Jackson's at second, and that's another swing and a miss. That's low into the outside for Carpenter. tough for Carpenter in the 2-hole. Got a man on for Liberty County. And here it comes, and that one is fouled off the end of the bat, sitting near toward it. Field 4. Back way. For those who don't have a picture in their head, there's 4 fields here going on simultaneously. I really hope that didn't get to one of the fields going on, the games that are going concurrently here to ours, here on Jock Jive. And that one is lifted in the air. It's going back. It's over the wall! Home run, Liberty County! 2-0. And it was a great attempt in left by Edwards. Edwards jumped over the fence, but to no avail. And Liberty County with a 2-run home run by Carpenter. What a shot off the end of his bat in the left field as one of presumably the Parrots come to get the ball. And a 0-2 count as well. That was a 2-run home run as we have Burns to the plate. Jake Burns in the 3-hole, number 16 for Liberty County as he faces off against Knoll. Knoll taking his time, reading his catcher signals. And the windup and the pitch, and that's to the outs low and to the outside. As that's where they're trying to set up, and that's wise considering you just gave a home run. You don't want to throw anything right down the middle of the plate. And that's low and outside, missing to the same spot, but that's a passed ball. Luckily, no one was on for Liberty County. All right, let's see. To continue down, we have Powell for Shalimar at third, and at short, we have Jace Brown. Trey Edwards, who made the heroic attempt, but to no avail. That one, Burns tried to hold up on it, and it was short-ended, and it went off the middle of his bat, heading toward field 3 as he tried to check his swing. All right, center for Shalimar is Isaiah Johnson. And here comes the low. That was low and away, missing almost the exact same spot for all his balls today is Knoll. All right, Landon, let's see. I want to say that's Runfelt. And I'll give you guys my number in just a second. Now, here it comes, and that one's a strike right down the pipe. Knoll fighting back. So if you, the audience here at Jock Jive, want to send me a text, I'll give it to you right after this windup, and here it comes, the 3-2 count. And that one's outside, and Burns draws him a base on balls. Still nobody out. But if you guys want to text me for a shameless shout-out, it is 850-394-7909. So if you guys want to hear your plug, trying to cheer on who you are here today, and I will inevitably make mistakes on pronunciation. It just comes. It's a part of the game. So I am not above correction. So send it to me, and I will gladly check as much as I can as we have a conference from Shalimar to talk to Joshua Knoll. And as the coach comes out, as Coach Reggie comes out, and they just calm his pitcher down. Still nobody out. And here comes Gavin Sewell. That looks like a W. So here we go. And as he is anticipating the pitch, and that one is low and down, but he went a-swinging. And so that will be the first strike of this at-bat for Sewell against Knoll. And here it comes, and a swing and a miss. Good pitch by Knoll. As this time he's going low and down the pipe, trying to get him to swing. And Hines Wheeler is the catcher behind the plate, and as he frames that one outside, that'll be the first ball. And anticipating this one. Everybody, they're playing off the base path since there's a runner on. And here, this one goes off the end of his bat over some tents and past the walkway closer to the left field line to field 4, probably rolling and hitting the fence. Several tents lined along the left and right field lines of the dugouts to give you a picture today. As we have a view of trees in the background, that one's a dribbler, but it is foul, going toward the mid part of his bat, so the count will stay 1-2 here in the bottom of the first between Shalimar and Liberty County. On deck is Brock Lewis, number 11. He's subbing in for the pitcher today. Here it comes, the three-quarters delivery, and he got him for the first out of the evening. And that is a K for Noel. All right, and that brings up Brock Lewis. So Noel has his first K of the day. You try to keep count of all the Ks today, and that one is outside and high to Brock. And for our first ball of the bat, 2-0 Liberty County. Had a home run today. Always fun to see the home run. And here it comes. That one's outside as well. The count will go to 2-0. Runner on first. 1 out. As he takes the Craig Counsell stance, as I like to call it. And that one's called a called strike to make it 2-1. And here's the windup from the three-quarters delivery from Noel, and that one will go, and that'll be the third ball. So the count now is 3-1. The outfield's playing back to close to the left field, and center field playing as close to the fence as they can. And right field in just about 5 feet. And that's a walk to the outside, and that will be the second walk of the evening. Well, actually be the third walk of the evening for Noel. And so now here comes the coaching staff of Shalimar to consult with Noel. He's got 1 K, but gave up a home run and 3 base on balls. So not the ideal start for Shalimar. Jacob Kent is on deck. He's catching today for Liberty County. So I wonder how this is going to go. And it looks like a new pitcher is in. That will be number 4, Tristan Jackson, who is playing second. So Noel will end his day with 3 base on balls and 1 K. And Noel will move to third, it looks like. So he's moving to third. Jackson's moving to pitch. And we'll see where they line up everybody for all the position realignments. All right, so since we're having the warm-up pitch, I will do live reads. The Summer of Dixie is underway. Between now and mid-August, Jock Jive will be streaming all of this tournament, plus the AAA, Ozone, T-Ball, Florida, DYB state tournaments in Sebring, the Dixie Baseball 15 and under, and Dixie Pre-Majors World Series, the AA, the AAA, Ozone, and Major World Series in Lumberton, and so much more. Catch it all right here on JockJive.com. Also, be sure to follow Jock Jive on Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter, we're at Jock Jive. And on Facebook, simply put Jock Jive Sports in the search engine. We'll give you scores, schedules, game highlights, event updates, and more. Twitter and Facebook. A great way to keep up with Jock Jive Sports. All right, now Kent. Kent is up at the plate as we are ready to resume action. And here as we go, let's see. And that one is inside for the first ball of the at-bat for Edwards. So we got, all right, Edwards. So it's 1-0. We got 2 on for Liberty County. And here comes the pitch, and that one's inside and fouled off to the back of the fence toward the right field line for the first strike. It's 1-1 here. Very calm day here at Field 3. The energy has been somewhat subdued since the home run. And the delivery. And that one goes to the shortstop. The field, the throw to third, got the out at third. So, they're calling him safe. They're calling him safe at third, and that will be the bases loaded. All right. Oh, wow. I thought he was there. But it looks like that is a single for Jacob Kent. That is a single, and looks like the coach is going to confer with the umpires here today. So we're having a discussion at the mound, and Ashton Ammons will be coming to the plate. And they confer, and that will, the call will stay the same. It looks like no, the runner will be out at third, so that'll be a decision, and so now there will be 2 outs. So Edwards, if you're keeping it at home, Kent will be a fielder's choice. And that one is low and to the outside. So instead of a single, Kent will have the fielder's choice as Ammons comes up. And it's 1-0. So still 2 men on for Liberty County. It's a lot better for Shalimar than having the bases loaded. And here comes Edwards on the delivery. And that one is low and to the outside. It's a pass ball, and the runners will advance to third and second. So that is a pass ball. So now both runners are in scoring position for Liberty County. As they always say, 2 out hits will get you to heaven. And he reached for that one, did Ammon, and that's a... So the count will be 1-2. That one was out of the zone, but Ammon was feeling lucky today. Good placement by Edwards. He's trying to make him fish right down the road from the Apalachicola River. And that one is high. Well, and the count will be 2-2. 2-2, says the umpire. Runners at scoring position, no one on first. Everybody playing straight away in the outfield. And here it comes. And that one's off the end of the bat. It's going down the third base line. That'll be a hit. That will bring one home. and it looks like it will bring 2 home. The throw to second is not in time, and that is a double. That is a double for Ashton Emmons. So a 2 RBI double. And Liberty County up 4-0 as Tanton comes to the plate. So a runner again in scoring position. And 2 out hits get you to heaven. And that's where Liberty County wants to go. And that one's a foul ball. So that'll be the first strike of the at bat. And that one's to the outside. Have the left fielder looking down at the ground for Shalimar. Shalimar in the green. Runner ready to advance at second. Looking to get in his stance. Here comes the windup. And that one's right down the pipe, and it's a swing and a miss. Good pitch by Edwards to make the count go 1-2. A little back and forth in the batter's box. Here comes the swing. Well, and he just took that one, and that'll be 2-2. Ammons looks ready on second. And here comes Edwards. Edwards, a dribbler down, and it goes off the glove, and that will be air, but it's going to bring Ammons home to throw at the plate. They got him! They got him! Oh, wow, what a play. What a play over there on first. A great play. Otten, the throw to Hines Wheeler, and they got him. Ammons with a valiant attempt, but he couldn't go, and that will take us to the top of the first. And here in Bristol, thank you guys for watching and listening to Jock Jive. We'll be back in just a moment for the top of the second.
What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game. And all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do. And it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong, and Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction. Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone, except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires, so be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other. We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to Bristol and Edwards, who has been pitching who pitched the remainder of the bottom of the first, is now up to his first at-bat. And here comes Roddenberry, and that is a swing and a miss for the first strike. All right. 4-0. 4-0 Liberty County as Shalimar tries to get him back. And that's a swing and a miss. Not the best start for Edwards. And now let's see if he can fight back into this count. All right, and as his coach, as his manager, comes over and talks with him for a little bit. So the pitcher and catchers for Liberty County and the entire infield decide to have a little powwow. In the meantime, as his coach consults to him for his 0-2 count. This is where they teach you to have a good eye. They don't want you to go down looking. And here it comes. And that one's a dribbler down the third base line. Here comes a throw over, and they can't get him. He's safe. That's a single. So that's a single for Edwards. That was a tough throw to make over from Kent. So Kent does so well, but he couldn't. It just wasn't in time. It was a slow dribbler, too. And that's what makes it so tough to manage as Kingston Hines Wheeler, the catcher for Shalimar, is ready. And he swings and misses, but here comes Edwards, and there comes a throw, and he's safe. That's a stolen base. That is a stolen base by Edwards. So he has a single and a stolen base. And here comes now Hines Wheeler now has a man in scoring position, even though it's 0-1. And another swing and a miss. And that one as pretty as you can be. Hines Wheeler had a good stroke on it. He just couldn't catch up to it in time. It didn't jar him or anything. He just thought he had it. Good pitch by Roddenberry. Rylan Roddenberry. And that one is low and away for the first ball of the at-bat. All right, and here we come. As he looks down, he looks out, he's signaling to his catcher. All right, after a couple head tilts, he finally shaked and nodded and agreed on one. And here it comes the delivery. And that one's right up the middle. It gets past him. That's a hit by Hines Wheeler. And it will be bobbled in the outfield at center. And that will bring him home. That will be a double. And that will be the first run of the day for Shalimar. And that's an RBI by Hines Wheeler. So an RBI double by Hines Wheeler. As Tristan Jackson, number 3, comes to the plate. He's been playing second for the majority of the game. And Shalimar finally gets on the board and trying to mount their comeback after getting in a 4-0 deficit. And the delivery, and he squares to bunt, and that is foul. He couldn't get the ball. He couldn't get the bat down in time. So the ball hit the tip of the bat when it was about at a 125-degree angle. It's my best judgment. And keep in mind, folks, I'm not great at math. And runner in scoring position, Hines Wheeler. And he squares up the bunt again, and that's the second strike. So now let's see if what's the call going to be from Shalimar's manager. Because if you go for a bunt and you miss it, that's an automatic strikeout. So let's see if he has faith in Jackson to square one down, or is he just going to let him swing since he couldn't get it down? It's a tough choice that a manager has to make, as Roddenberry agrees with Kent what the call is. And that one's a dribbler. That one goes directly to Roddenberry, but Roddenberry couldn't field it. So he will be on. Jackson will be on. So that'll be the first error of today. So Jackson will be reach on error. All right. And now we have Rumfelt. Rumfelt, Lisa, come to the plate. He's wearing number 21 in right today for Shalimar. And runners at the corners. And here it comes. And that one's right down the pipe, but they're going to get a stand up with no throw, a stolen base. So a stolen base by Jackson after he reached on an error. So now both runners are in scoring position for Shalimar. As we're in the 9 hole for Shalimar. And that one inside. Rumfeld had to duck away. Count be 1-1 to Rumfeld. It's Roddenberry and his infielders. See Sewell's at first. Kent's behind the plate. And Ammons at second. Burns at third. And Carpenter at short is his infield. And here it comes. And that one's out. That one outside. That will make it 2-1 here in the top of the second. All right. So Brown is at left. And let's see. We got Jay Brown, Hunter Brown is in center, and then Jackson Mayo is in right for Liberty County, as that one's away again, so it goes 3-1. We are thankful for you guys to join us here at Jock Jive. As the umpire is conferring with his fellow running mate, and here it comes. And that's a swing and a miss. And he will be gone. I missed a strike in there somewhere, so that's the first out. That is a strikeout. So that's a strikeout for Rumfeld. So he'll be KO. That's the first K. That'll be the second K for Roddenberry. And Mikhail Johnson is now up to the plate for Shalimar. He's wearing number 11 in green. Shalimar is in the green top and the black pants. And they're wearing a variety of different batting helmets. Mikhail here has a dark green batting helmet as well. And here it comes. And, ooh, that was inside. Almost grazed him. Almost grazed him. And everything. See, two runners in scoring position for Shalimar as delivery from number 24 Roddenberry comes. And that one's inside. That's a swing and a miss. That was a good stroke, but Roddenberry got it past him. He wasn't trying much to fool him that time as much as he was trying to get it by him. Some things you have to do even though the opponent knows what they're going to do. And that one is wide and to the outside to the right to make the count 2-1. And it counts 2-1, 1 out here in the top of the second here on Jock Jive. Oh, it's... And here it comes. And that's a swing and a miss. That'll be the second strike. That'll make the count 2-2. All right, triple deuces across the scoreboard. Second inning, 2 strikes and 2 balls. And here it comes. That one's outside, but went off the tip of his bat and going back to the walkway, which is about good 30 feet away from the right field line. The count will remain the same. Everybody off their respective bags for Liberty County. And that's a swing and a miss, and Johnson will be gone. All right. That's the third K for Roddenberry here today. And Johnson will end that on the strikeout. All right, should be number 6, Dylan Maracas. If that is spelled correctly, it was marked through here on my lineup sheet. Again, all right, and that's a swing and a miss. Oh, Morocco. Okay, well, I can actually, when I can see it on their uniform, I can see it so much better. And that's Morocco, and that is a strike. 2 outs here in the top. Morocco is in the 11th spot for Shalimar. And one again. If you guys want to reach me, phone number, text 850-394-7909. Any shameless plugs you want to make? And here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that one is chopped up in the air, foul. That is chopped in the air, foul. That'll be the second strike. So it went off the end of his bat, hit the ground in foul territory just about an inch and popped straight up and went foul. And continued going foul. For those unaware, Liberty County is basically the host here in Bristol. We are right near the line. Bristol is just within inches of the Central Time Zone, as that one is 2-2. So a de facto home game for Liberty County in this tournament. But Shalimar doing their best to hang around and trying to cut into this lead in the lower part of their batting order. And here comes Roddenberry, and that one is dribbled up, and it hit a little bit near me up here in the booth. About a good 10 feet to the right of my window here in the booth. Hope the building's okay. Just glad it didn't hit the window. We have protective netting in front of the glass, but I don't know how well that would do. And all right, the 2-2. And that's a swing and a miss, and all Roddenberry's outs were by TKO. And that will end it. We'll go to the bottom of the second here on Jock Jive. I'm Ron Maloney, and we'll see you for the bottom of the second.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications questions the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
When you need well drilling or pump service, you need Bassford. Proudly serving the Panhandle for 50 years, Bassford works with contractors, home builders, and individual homeowners. Thomas Bassford is dedicated to providing you with top-of-the-line products and service to ensure long-lasting results. For all your well construction or repair needs, see Bassford Well Drilling and Pump Service. Our pumps are premium products that have been tested and proven to be the best available. Call 850-526-3913 or 363-0501. At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447. When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blunnstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, "Oh yeah." There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player team and umpire specials available. David Jackson Summers is a candidate for Liberty County Judge. David is committed to the qualities we need in an office holder. He is dedicated, respectful, and will pursue progress. For the first time in 22 years, the people of Liberty County have a choice in who our county judge will be. Take the opportunity to vote David Jackson Summers for your county judge. Political advertisement approved and paid for by David Jackson Summers for county judge.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We have Jackson Mayo against Trey Edwards. Edwards, the pitcher for Shalimar. And Jackson Mayo is in right today for Liberty County. And here comes the first pitch of the at-bat. And that will be a called strike. We'd like to thank you, everybody, joining us here on Jock Jive for this presentation of Florida Dixie Youth Baseball. And that one's off the end of his bat, goes in the right, he couldn't get it. And here comes Mayo, and Mayo is going around first. He's going around second. His coach is telling him to stop at third. Here comes a throw to third, and he's saved. And that's a triple for Mayo in Liberty County. That's the way to start off the bottom of the second. A three-bagger. And now here comes Hunter Brown. So that's only the second hit allowed by Edwards today. But now we have there's a runner instantly in scoring position. So with no outs, so you can just tag up if you get anything on a fly ball. And he's squaring around the bunt, and it's a pass ball. Woo. That was close there, folks. That was a great play by Hines Wheeler to get the ricochet off the back of the fence, because Mayo was looking to go, and good coaching over there on the third base line to tell him to stay. Good plays all around here in Bristol. And he's squaring around to bunt. And that's a call strike because he didn't pull it back fast enough. So it's 1-1. We'd like to wish a happy birthday to America. Hope you guys are enjoying your Independence Day. Thank you for spending it with us. And that one is outside and that will be for ball. That was a good 4 feet off the plate. So runner at third. And that's a swing and a miss. So the count will be 2-2. Oh, let's see. See, I'm fairly new to this program, so I didn't realize I could click on the base, and you guys could be like, hey, you can see this right at home. And so I'm appreciative to all those who are putting up with me this morning. And here it comes, and he got him! He got him looking. That'll be a strikeout for the first out of the bottom of the second. That'll be Edwards' first K of the day. And here comes number 1, Tanner McSpadden. All right, McSpadden at the dish, and he's checking his armband for his calls from his coach. He's got his armband on his left arm. And Edwards on the delivery, and that one is up and high for the first ball. Second baseman playing really close to first. They are really giving up the middle. That's a swing and a miss. Shortstop is the closest one to second base, and he's about a good 10 feet away from it. So it's they really think there's going to be a pull in this situation. There's going to be nothing coming up the middle, is what Shalimar's coaching staff is thinking. And that one is off the tip of his bat to make the count 1-2 as he squared up to bunt. He couldn't get it to go down. The ball grazed over the top of the bat and hit the backstop. Oh, we had a ball that's come over from one of the other games that are currently going on here in Bristol. And that one gets past him at third, and that will be a base hit. That will bring home Mayo and make it 5-1. That's a single for McSpadden. So that is a single, and that's the third hit allowed by Edwards. And that was a great diving attempt by Noel, by Rowell at third, number 15 for Shalimar. And here it comes. That's a swing and a miss by Che Brown. That was a good pitch by Edwards. Zach Brown is rattling on the excitement of the previous RBI. So that will be an RBI single. And that one will be a ball from Edwards. So the count 1-1. Grass is green here in Bristol. Trees out. Tall trees line the backdrop here. And that's a dribbler right to Noel. Noel will make the easy play at second. So fielder's choice for Jay Brown. So that will be the 6-4 put out. The dribbler from the short to second. So runner is still on first. So now we make our way back to the top of the order with Roddenberry. And that is a ball. The first at bat, I do believe Roddenberry had a base on balls. So he reached on a walk his first time around. So let's see if Shalimar will try to do something to stop that. And that one's inside, but he swung on it. There's Noel at short, and he bobbled it. He bobbled it for the second Shalimar error of today. And he had the easy out. He was trying to make the throw before he had the ball. And that's always a tough thing to do, folks. And now here comes Carpenter, Nate Carpenter. He's the shortstop for Liberty County today. And that one's a pass ball, and both runners for Liberty County will advance. So, pass ball. Ooh. And now both runners are in scoring position with 2 outs, but a fly ball can't give them a score since there's 2 outs, so they have to earn it. And that's a swing and a miss. The count being 1-1 now. He went reaching a ball placed off the plate. And that one's a good 3 feet off the plate. In high. Shalimar made a great run. They were in position, but Roddenberry's KOs, got them back and stopped the bleeding. And now Liberty County is just adding on. Oh, that went over Carpenter's head, and he ducked. And if he didn't, he was going to get beamed. So Edwards trying to keep it going back from outside to inside, trying to keep him guessing. And here it comes. And that one's low into the outside, and he called it. That's a called second strike. So the count is full. And now we're getting ready for the payoff. Everybody playing off their respective bags. Shalimar only needs 1 out to get out of the inning. Big pitch incoming, and that one's right down the middle, and this one is going to be drooped in dead man's land. 3 Shalimar players couldn't get it, and that will bring 2 Liberty County players home. Oh, man. And that will be a double. Oh, that was tough. Carpenter gets it in no man's land. So that will be a 2 RBI double. That's always tough. And now we have the first conference involving Edwards today for Shalimar. So, all right. So when we have that, okay, let's do some of these. Do you guys want to download any game in this week's tournament? They're only $5 each. Just email info@jockjive.com, info@jockjive.com. Tell us what games you want. We'll send you an electronic invoice that allows you to pay by debit or credit card, and the games will be on their way to you. That's info@jockjive.com for a keepsake you'll want to have for a lifetime. All right, so that ended that conference at the mound. And here comes, this will be Burns at the plate, number 16. And we have just a runner at second for Liberty County. Oh, let's see. I think I have my dad listening at home. He wants to say happy 4th to all my grown kids for making us proud, and for his grandson Cooper as well. And that's a ball. Let's see. So I think their count will be 2-0 to Burns. Like I said, I'm new at this program, so I'm trying my best to learn. All right, but it is a beautiful day. Here comes Edwards, and that one's right down the pipe, goes down the middle, straight to the center fielder. He'll take the dribbler, and here comes the throw home, and it's nowhere near, as Liberty County will add another run. Yes, that brought Carpenter home, and that'll be a RBI. That'll be an RBI double for Burns here in the bottom of the second, as we bring Gavin Sewell up. It's 8-1 here in Bristol. And that one will get past him at third. And so runners will be at the corners. Runners will be at the corners. Let's see. All right, so we have runners at the corners. And let's see here. So that'll be a single for Sewell. All right, and here it comes. And that one will be high. So that will be one ball. Here's Brock Lewis, and he struck out his first time at the plate. So let's see if he can get some redemption. And Liberty County keeps getting these 2-out hits. It was a 4-1. It was a 4-1 lead coming into the bottom of second. Here comes Lewis as he takes time and steps away from the batter's box for just a second. They catch his breath here at the corners. And the wind, you see a slight breeze, and that one will be a strike. The count being 1-1. Edwards has 1 K today and 4 hits. I don't think he hasn't allowed a base on balls yet. And that's a called strike, so it's 1-2 on the count. Oh, beautiful 4th of July decorations, little ribbons and placards dotting the outfield fence today. I haven't noticed them too much today. So here we go, and that's outside. That'll make it 2-2 on the count. Deuces across the scoreboard. Bottom of the second, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Let's see what we have in this upcoming payoff pitch. Let's see if Shalimar can stop the bleeding. And that's a swing and a miss, and Edwards gets him. Lewis goes down for his 2nd K of the day. And Shalimar stops the bleeding, but it's Liberty County 8, Shalimar 1, here on Jock Jive.
Florida-Dixie Youth All-Stars Sheriff Eddie Joe White welcomes you to Liberty County. Sheriff White understands all the hard work that has brought you to Bristol and salutes your efforts. He and his staff of deputies and admin personnel wish you the very best. Win or lose, it's about sportsmanship and doing your best. Good luck from Sheriff Eddie Joe White, serving Liberty County with fairness and honesty.
Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie.
JockJive.com. We are literally taking the world by storm. Last year, more than 3,000 cities worldwide turned into our coverage of football, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball. From T-ball to the NCAA Division I athletics, Jock Jive crews have traveled this nation to provide you the finest in sports coverage. So the next time you need the spotlight clearing on your sports venture, think JockJive.com. Maybe not the only internet sports channel, but the best one.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Dixie Youth Action here in Bristol. I am Ryan Maloney here for Jock Jive, and as we have Joshua Millman up to the plate and Rylan Roddenberry still on the hill for Liberty County. And Roddenberry has racked up an impressive 4 Ks through 2 innings. And that one will be the first ball of the at-bat here in the top of the 3rd. Shalimar had a great run toward the end of the top of the 2nd, but they couldn't punctuate it with more runs. So let's see if they can gnaw away at the 7-run deficit as that one goes off the end of the bat and toward the concrete walkway here in Bristol. And so 1-1. Everybody standing off their respective bags. And Right field and the center field are up a little higher than usual, and it's 2-1 on the count. So, we'd like to thank you for listening to this presentation here at Veterans Park. Very fitting today here on the 4th of July. And that one, let's see, and he won't call, and be 3-1. And there's no better way to spend our Day of Independence with a Day of America's Game baseball. And that one's off the end of his bat and hits high up on the right field fence behind us. And that will be the second strike here in the backstop. So it's a 3-2 count for Millman. He's wearing number 14 today. And here it comes. And that one's goes a dribbler right to first, and it will be an easy punch out for Sewell at first. Easy punch out. And there so Sewell that will be a ground out for Sewell. All right. And now we're back to the top of the order for Shalimar in the dark green today. And Jace Brown, he started at short and moved over to left field. He's wearing number 12. And as Roddenberry takes his time. Oh, and that was high, but Brown went for it anyway. And that was a brave new world for Roddenberry to throw that pitch. Get to throw some Star Trek references in there today. And that one is low, 1-1. All right, so 1-1. It looks like I hear some action going in the background from one of my fellow broadcasters. We have games concurrently going on here at Veterans Park. Some excitement in the fields that surround us as well. So here, this one will be, and that one will be outside and just barely low. So it'll be 2-1 on the count. And tense dot both the right field and left field line. One family under a single umbrella out there, braving this Florida heat. And here it comes, and that one gets away, so the count will be 3-1. And it's a unique situation here, because normally when you go and do these types of tournaments, there will be scoreboards at the end at each of the fields, and this particular field does not have one. So I have to be really on top of my game today. And here it comes, and this one will be a walk, and they will reach, and that. All right, so that will be the first base on balls for him, and there is, and Brown walks, and here comes number 15, Aaron Rowell, to the plate. So Shalimar has a runner on. And everybody's still playing off their respective bags. This is more double play formation, and that one's lofted in and missed for a ball. Lofted high. So Jock Jive Productions works events large and small, from T-ball to the Toyota Center, youth sports to collegiate, audio to a full-scale production for ESPN. We do it all. To find out what we can cover for you and your team, email info@jockjive.com. And that one is low and to the outside. Yes, Robert does a great job running this outfit. I'm glad that he called me in here today. Always a class act. So it's a 2-1, runner on first here in Bristol. And that will make it 3-1. Let's see what action that we have going on here near the Apalachicola River. Yeah, like I said, we're spitting distance from Eastern time today. I live in the Central time zone, which is not far from here, so readjust the clock today. That one will be called a strike. First strike of the bat as Roddenberry tries to work his way out of a hole. And run always starts with just chipping away. You don't have to get it back all at one time. And that's what Shalimar coaches trying to instill in their kids right now. And that's a dribbler, goes to short. And they're not going to bother with the throw over to second. They got him at first, though. So that'll be 2 outs. And the runner will be at second. All right, so that will be technically a fielder's choice since he made the decision to not throw him out and throw the runner out at first. I do believe. Somebody can correct me on that. I coach basketball for a living. All right, that one is outside. That'll be the first ball. Let me see if I have any. Again, for anybody that wants to have any requests that are listening live here on Jock Jive, 850-394-7909. And that one is a dribbler down the third base line, and he bobbled. Can he get it? No, he is safe. And we'll call that a single. That one was a tough one to get. So Otten reaches on a single, and so we have runners at first and third with 2 outs. That was a tough play. Let's see, Burns over there, scooped it on the run, bobbled it, and attempted to make the throw over, but he couldn't get it. So Otten is on first, and that'll be Brown on third. All right, and so we have Isaiah Johnson, and he will swing and a miss. And the count will be 0-1 on Johnson. All right, and here we go. 0-1. And that one is another strike. All right, we just have a final in over from Field 2. Mariana won 16-1 over San Antonio in 3 innings. So that is final, and San Antonio is hereby eliminated. It was their last game, as Roddenberry makes that a 1-2 count after that one's low and away. So congratulations for Mariana to moving on, and San Antonio for a good showing. I hope you have a safe ride home, and I hope you enjoyed your time here in the Dixie Youth Tournament here in Bristol at Veterans Park. And that's a swing and a miss, and Johnson is rung up. That'll be the 5th K for Roddenberry, as that takes us to the bottom of the third, where Liberty County gets to add more on, or can Shalimar stop the bleeding here on Jock Jive.
Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did. Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players in scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program. What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game, and all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do, and it
Ladies
allows
and gentlemen,
each
I
baseball
want to
player
remind you
to
that
be
we
an
do have
active
some
participant.
Dixie Youth
Just being a
souvenir
part of each win
bracelets
or
for
loss
$2
means
at
so
the
much to the
concession
child.
stand.
They
We
just
know
want to
that you
belong,
want
and Dixie
something
Youth
to take
Baseball
home
sees to it that
from
they do
Independence
by
Day
making this
Dixie
a
Youth
regular
Baseball.
rule. We think this is a step in
Souvenir
the right
bracelets,
direction.
$2
The child's
concession stand.
direction.
All right, guys, welcome back. Jacob Kent is catching for Liberty County. He's also starting off the bottom of the third for Liberty County. 8-1 here. Thank you for joining me, Ryan Maloney, here on Jock Jive. It's a pleasure to have you all from all over listening here in Bristol. And here comes Edwards on the delivery, and that's a swing and a miss. And Jacob Kent was looking for it. And he was a fielder's choice his last time around. Oh, and that one goes high over his head and hits the backstop. Luckily, no one was on for the first ball of the bottom of the third. And time has been called, and it looks like the infield for Shalimar is going to consult, and looks like Edwards is taking his glove off, and coach is patting him on the back, and looks like there's going to be a change and pitcher. All right, so while that works on, coming this summer on JockJive.com, Dixie Youth Baseball, Dixie Baseball, Cal Ripken World Series, Georgia Parks and Recreation Championships, SWAC Media Day, and a whole lot more. Yes, there are plenty of reasons to come back often to JockJive.com. All right, and let's see here. It looks like Rowell will move over to the one spot. And so Rowell is going to be our pitcher. So that will be the third pitcher of the evening for Shalimar. Edwards ended his day with giving up 4 hits and having 2 strikeouts. So let's see how Rowell fares for Shalimar. All right. Don't forget to subscribe to the Jock Jive YouTube channel. We stream all Dixie Youth Baseball, most youth sports, and high school football in the fall to our YouTube channel. And you'll want to know first what games are coming your way. And again, to all the parents and all the listeners who couldn't be here today, make sure that you can text 850-394-7909. If you want to give a shout-out, shameless plug, tell somebody that you love them. So, greatly appreciate that. I know these games are all recorded, and they'll be lifetime memories for everybody, so I know they will appreciate that. Coming this fall to JockJive.com, there's SWAC football, soccer and volleyball, Tuskegee football, ACCC game of the week, Great American rivalries, HBCU football, Navarre and Baker High School football, Georgia Military College football, Gulf Southern Conference soccer, and more. Check us out at JockJive.com. As we now return to the action, Rowell at the mound. Rowell is in, and he's ready for his first delivery, and that is Kent, and Kent will loft that foul, and that will go over the fence, almost hitting the family with the umbrellas. One of the kids in such a hurry for the for to get the baseball knocked over his umbrella. Oh, the joy of baseball. And 1-2 count. And that's a swing and a miss, and that will be a strikeout for the first out of the bottom of the third. Kent goes down swinging. So Rowell starts his day off pretty strong with his first K of the day. All right, nobody on for Liberty County now. Ammons was the one who had the 2 RBI double, and that one's outside. And both Liberty County's coaches on the respective lines. Here it comes. That one is lofted up high in the air. Who's going to call it? And that's for the second baseman. And he gets under that. That'll be the second out of the evening. Let's see who was over there. That would be... See, that was Jackson who got under that. Great play by Jackson. As Maxon... that will be now Maddox Tanton is up. Number 5. Let's see here. Tanton is up. And here it comes, and that's a dribbler. That's going to the third base line. The throw over, and he got him. And that's the 5-3 putout, and that will end the inning. So that's a ground out for Tanton here. That will end the third inning, and we'll go to the top. We'll go to the top here on Jock Jive.
We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the scholarship fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
Here are some things you may not know about Jock Jive. We're one of the nation's premier sports production companies. From audio only to full-scale video productions, we can do it all. Our list of clients is continuing to grow and includes the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Gulf South Conference, NJCAA, Georgia Collegiate Athletic Association, Alabama Community College Conference, Perfect Game, Great American Rivalries, youth sports like Dixie, American Legion, Babe Ruth, plus a litany of high schools, junior colleges, and more. We've worked with names I bet you recognize, like Johnny Manziel, Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Monty Coleman, and more. And we travel to practically every part of the country, from New York to California, Florida to Minnesota, and everywhere in between. Here's another thing you may not know. We are ready to come to work for you. That's right, we have a package to fit practically every budget. Just go to jockjive.com and contact us to get international coverage for your next sporting event. Your athletes deserve the best. They deserve Jock Jive.
All right, welcome back. It is Shalimar in Liberty County here from Veterans Park. Dixie Youth Baseball from Bristol. And here comes Joshua Knoll. He's batting in the 5 spot for Shalimar. And here comes Roddenberry, and that will be a ball. And I actually have some shout-outs to read for you guys. And we have listening all the way from South Dakota, Uncle Daniel and Aunt Beanie is rooting on the Wildcats. Big shout out to my nephew, Tristan Jackson, number 3. All right, let's see how Tristan and company fare here. And that will be a strike, 1-1 here on Knoll. All right, and listening from the beach, we love our Nate, number 42 for Liberty County Bulldogs. Love Riley, KK, Chance, and Malik. All right, so A little bit of love from both sides. That's a dribbler right to Roddenberry, and he just flips it over for the first out of the inning. All right. All right, so that'll be the first out of the inning, and that'll be a ground out for him in the top of the fourth. All right, and here comes Trey Edwards. He started the day off pitching. We started the day off in left and pitched for a little bit. Now he gets to, and he had a single earlier on and a stolen base and scored the run. So that one will be low. So he has the lone run of the day for Shalimar. Shalimar wearing green. Let's see, green tops and the black pants. Liberty County, white pants and gold tops. All right, and that will be 2-0. Roddenberry down to Edward. We have a slight breeze. You can see the Dixie U flag that is up on the left field side of the fence. Just slowly moving back and forth as Roddenberry makes the wind up. And that one will be a called strike to make it 2-1. Everybody off the bag. And all these smart people and tents, and there's a couple areas that people are sitting behind. It is Florida in the middle of July. Well, in July is always rough. So here it comes, and that's a swing and a miss. Roddenberry throwing heat through Edwards. Make the count 2-2. It's all good. All right, let's and it's 2-2 is the count, one out, nobody on. Here it comes. And right down the pipe, he got him looking. Got him looking, folks. And that'll be the second out, and that'll be the 6K for Roddenberry. All right, and here comes Keenson Hines Wheeler, wearing number 8. Call him the Ocho, Hines Wheeler. Nobody on for Shalimar and Roddenberry. The wind up, and that one lofts right down the middle of the plate. Hines Wheeler just took it. It's always tough to know, because he's been favoring away. But when he wants to make a play, he will surprise you by lofting him in the middle. And right there, he goes down and away for a ball. And the home plate umpire has been fairly consistent for the most part. There was only a couple times I've been surprised today. But then again, what do I know about baseball? Here it comes. That goes off the end of his bat. It was a good-looking stroke, but that'll be the second strike. With 2 outs here by Hines Wheeler. All right. Be sure to follow Jock Jive on Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter, we're at Jock Jive, and on Facebook, simply put Jock Jive in the search engine. We'll give you scores, schedules, game highlights, and event updates, and more. As that one comes out, and bounces just slightly up in the air, but an easy stop by Jacob Kent. And that will make it for the second ball, and that'll be deuces all across the scoreboard. 2-2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. With nobody on. And here it comes. And he got him, and another one he caught looking. And that will end the top of the 4th and the 7th K for Roddenberry. And as we go to the bottom of the 4th here on Jock Jive.
When you need well drilling or pump service, you need Bassford. Proudly serving the Panhandle for 50 years, Bassford works with contractors, home builders, and individual homeowners. Thomas Bassford is dedicated to providing you with top-of-the-line products and service to ensure long-lasting results. For all your well construction or repair needs, see Bassford Well Drilling and Pump Service. Our pumps are premium products that have been tested and proven to be the best available. Call 850-526-3913 or 363-0501. At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447. When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blunnstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, oh yeah. There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player team and umpire specials available. David Jackson Summers is a candidate for Liberty County Judge. David is committed to the qualities we need in an office holder. He is dedicated, respectful, and will pursue progress. For the first time in 22 years, the people of Liberty County have a choice in who our county judge will be. Take the opportunity to vote David Jackson Summers for your county judge. Political advertisement approved and paid for by David Jackson Summers for county judge.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Veterans Park here in lovely Bristol, Florida on America's birthday. I'm Ryan Maloney for Jock Jive, and we have Jackson Mayo, the right fielder. He will be going up against Aaron Rao, and Aaron Rao's first pitch goes outside for a ball here in the bottom of the fourth. Wind picking up just a little bit. You can see the flag catching some more air. The tent's moving just slightly, and here it comes. And that was he pulled it to the right, and it bounced off Edwards, who moved over to third. So that will be the fourth error. So that will be a reach on error for Mayo. But if you're Liberty County, you can always score at a single if you want. You know, they say scoring's vastly different for those at home. Because the Liberty County is de facto home game for them. All right, Jay Brown will be doing some pinch running, and Rylan Roddenberry will be coming up. He is the pitcher for today. So you got a pitcher on both current pitchers. All right, and here we have Rao ready to go. And that's a swing and a miss. So that will be the first strike. Be the first strike of this at bat. And here comes, and that one's outside to make it 1-1. Runner on first for Liberty County. So the coaches over Liberty County are Matt Carpenter. That Jay Kent and Ricky Mayo. And that one's outside. Looks like it's a family affair in Liberty County. All right, is that Reggie Glocker and Donnie Brown and Sean Thornton Wheeler for Shalimar. And I apologize if I mess any of those names up. Some of the handwriting getting to me a little bit, 2-2, and that's a swing and a miss by Roddenberry. Good pitch by Rowler. It was down, and Roddenberry tried to reach for it. Still a good-looking stroke, just couldn't quite get there. Good pitch by Rao. And as the wind almost completely dies down for this moment, and that one's down, and now the count's full. So Roddenberry has a full count with runner on first. I'd like to thank everybody that has joined us today from all different parts of the country. It's a pleasure and a blessing for you guys to have us join us here on Jock Jive. And he didn't call it. That's a walk. And that'll be 2 on, and Roddenberry will reach for his second base on ball today. And that'll be, I think, the first walk that Rao has gave up today. And Jake Byrne, that's Nate Carpenter. Nate Carpenter, number 42 for Liberty County. Liberty County, known as the Bulldogs around here. All right. Dixie Youth Baseball, it's been a pleasure to watch today, even though, that one was inside. Carpenter didn't flinch, though. He took it, and that will be a ball. One runner in scoring position. And that one's a strike, and you call it 1-1. Liberty County has somebody warming up outside, and looks like it's Ashton Ammons who's warming up. Looks like he might be taking over for Roddenberry. Oh, that was close. It looked like it barely avoided him. I thought it was going to be an HBP for a second, a hit by pitch, but Carpenter avoided it. Good on him. Nobody wants to be hit with a baseball. And that one's down, makes the count 3-1. All right, and Carpenter is waiting patiently in the batter's box. As Rowell's looking at his catcher, looking at Hines Wheeler, and determining what pitch he wants to throw. And that was low, but he got it off the end of the bat, did Carpenter. It's 3-2. You guys want to download any of the games in this week's tournament? They're only $5 each. Just email info@jockjive.com. info@jockjive.com. Tell us what games you want, and we'll send you an electronic invoice that allows you to pay by debit or a credit card. And the games will be on their way to you. That's info@jockjive.com for a keepsake you want to have for a lifetime. As Carpenter consults with his third base coach and determine what round of action that he should take at this full count. Runner on. And here it comes, and that's a swing, and that one's lofted down the left field line and going underneath one of the barn-like structures where people are shaded smartly from the Florida heat. So the count will remain 3-2. Carpenter fighting that one off from Rao. And that's a swing and a miss, and he got him. It was straight down the pipe, and he just couldn't keep up, and that's the second KO today for Rao. And that'll be the first out of the evening, first out of the bottom of the fourth. And now here comes number 16, Jake Burns. He's been playing third the entirety of the time for Liberty County. And that one is outside, and that will be a passed ball, and that will move both of the runners in scoring position. So both runners have moved over. And it's second and third now. So a great opportunity for Burns to add to the Liberty County lead over Shalimar. And that one's inside. He caught that one, but it's going to be lofted directly. They're going to tag, and here comes a throw home, and he beats them, and it's safe. And that will be an RBI flyout for Carpenter. Well, for Burns. So that'll be another RBI to add to Carpenter. That's an RBI flyout. So he reached on a base on ball, had an RBI double and an RBI an RBI flyout. So that will be his second RBI of today. So only one runner in scoring position now for Liberty County, but Gavin Sowell up to bat. Number 9, and that's another pass ball, and that moves Roddenberry over. So Roddenberry moves from second to third. So that was a 1-0 on the pass ball and a flyout. So that extends the Liberty County lead by 8. Let's see if they can. Directly, and that will end the inning. Great play over there in left. See, I think that's Jace Johnson who got moved over there. Jace Johnson on the play. Let's see if I can get a better look at him. Yeah, actually, let's see. Jace Brown. Jace Brown made the play in left, and that will be a flyout. So thank you, guys. We're going to go to the top of the 5th. So and we're going to have a new pitcher on top of that. So Ashton Ammons will be coming to the plate, to the mound for Liberty County. We'll see you guys in just a minute here on Jock Jive.
Florida-Dixie Youth All-Stars, Sheriff Eddie Joe White welcomes you to Liberty County. Sheriff White understands all the hard work that has brought you to Bristol and salutes your efforts. He and his staff of deputies and admin personnel wish you the very best. Win or lose, it's about sportsmanship and doing your best. Good luck from Sheriff Eddie Joe White, serving Liberty County with fairness and honesty.
Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie.
JockJive.com. We are literally taking the world by storm. Last year, more than 3,000 cities worldwide turned into our coverage of football, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball. From T-ball to the NCAA Division I athletics, Jock Jive crews have traveled this nation to provide you the finest in sports coverage. So the next time you need the spotlight glaring on your sports venture, think JockJive.com. Maybe not the only internet sports channel, but the best one.
Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
All right, welcome back as Ammons is still warming up a little bit, but it gives us some time for some much-needed promos. The Summer of Dixie is underway. Between now and August, Jock Jive will be streaming all of this tournament, plus the AAA and T-ball state tournaments in Sebring. Oh, looks like we're ready and willing to go. And the first pitch from Ammons is inside. So Ammons first time up, and now here it comes. And that's a strike. Good pitch. And Jackson on a swing and a miss. He took a good whack at it, but he couldn't get there. So it looks like Roddenberry has made his way over to second, and Jackson squared up to bunt, and he couldn't get it. So that'll be a 1-2 count. So Roddenberry moves from 1 to 4 for those keeping track at home. If you guys want to do a shameless plug, shout out, tell somebody you love them. 850-394-7909 is my number. And here comes Ammons. That's a swing and a miss, and Ammons' first batter is a strikeout. Impressive first showing for Ammons. It has to be tough to live up to what Roddenberry did. Roddenberry only walked one and had 7 strikeouts. So Ammons to come in and give him some relief of a 9-1 lead, that's going to be much appreciated. Roddenberry sharing the name of the famous Star Trek creator, Gene Roddenberry. He went to he went to a brave new world, and that's what he's shown Shalimar today. And here comes Ammons on the pitch, and that one is called. That'll be strike 1. And see, Jace Brown is in the batter's box. Well, see, laying in wait, and Joshua Millman, who grounded out his first time up, is now trying to get some redemption. And that's a strike, and that will be the second strikeout for today. And Ammons is on a roll for just getting in here, and there's going to be a short conference, it looks, between Kent and Ammons. He's just telling him, good job, it looks more or less. Now Jace Brown is up to the plate. He's donning a blue batting helmet with Shalimar in the green and black today. The wind starting to pick up just a little bit here in Veterans Park in Bristol. And here comes the pitch from Ammons, and that one goes off the end of his bat and dribbles down to down the left field line. And retrieved by Jacob Kent. Now you can hear the wind here on the broadcast. And Ammons on the mound reading his catcher, and here it comes. That one, it's hit right up the middle, and it looks like it might end up at dead man lane. Holy moly, how did he make that play? How did he make that play? Nate Carpenter on a diving catch to end the top of the inning. It looked like it was going to end in no man's land. But the full extension and falling on his rear, and Nate Carpenter will cap the top of the 4th here on Jock.
Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players in scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program. Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone, except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires, so be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other. We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the Scholarship Scholarship Program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the Scholarship Program. Thanks to you, it's working.
All right, guys. Sorry for the slight delay. We had a ball, Brown to Lewis here in the bottom of the fifth, and that was outside again. Both of them midway and outside, about plate level, just off the plate. We had in field 3 had a bat that needed to be approved. That's why the break was a little bit more elongated this time around. And that'll be the first called strike. Rowell and Lewis, the batter SC. Those facing off, Hines Wheeler behind the plate. And for Shalimar, Liberty County looking for those fabled 2 more runs, and they would put it away. And that one is a dribbler down the first base line, and that's an easy, just straight put out. And that'll be a ground out for Lewis here in the top of the fifth, bottom of the fifth, and now Jacob Kent, who has been a fielder's choice and struck out. So that was a good play over there by at first by Shalimar. Easy, simple play, and Kent will loft that one back up into the stands, just barely. It was lofted back over. So that will be a strike here in Bristol. Thank you for listening here on Jock Jive. I'm Ryan Maloney, and I'm calling the game for you today. And this is going to bounce just fly up right back to Rowell. So that will be a fly out, and this is by far the quickest time at bat that Liberty County has had today. And here comes Ashton Ammons, who has switched over to pitcher from being the second baseman. Ammons getting 2 Ks in the 1 inning that he has worked, and that one is low for Rowell. That one will be 1-0. Here in Shalimar, here it comes. And Ammons reach for that, and that one dribbles down the first base line, close to the Shalimar dugout. All right, and Rowell ready. Here it comes, and that one's low into the outside.
And number 1, it never gets old to say Jane Hitter.
All right. Been an interesting day here. Let's see how Liberty County has got almost half their runs off 2-out hits. So this one is going to be right to the shortstop, and he couldn't get it. Oh, and it's another pass ball, and it's going to take Ammons to second. So Ammons is going to be reached on error here in the top of the fifth. So need to do it. And here comes Maddox Taunton. He grounded out his last time at bat. And again, I apologize if I'm butchering anything. And here comes Rowell to Taunton, and here that's lofted up in the middle. And can Johnson get to it at center? It drops. It drops. Johnson couldn't get a hold of it, and Ammons will come home. Here comes a throw at a second, and Taunton is safe. And that will add another run and keeping a man on second. That is an RBI double, folks. An RBI double. And that'll be an RBI double. So that'll be 10, and looks like we're going to have a pinch runner in over there. Johnson, it looked like Johnson was going to get a hold of it. He was in position. The ball just got under his glove. He made a valiant effort. He couldn't get the ball close enough to the ground to get it, the scoop to get the out. And he was playing pretty far back in center. And he did all he could. But that Liberty County added on another run and has a runner in scoring position. Here it comes, and that's Mayo. Jackson Mayo reached on air and had a triple earlier, and that's a strike as he fouls that one off the top part of his bat and caught by Heinz Wheeler. So one more run would end it for Liberty County. They have a 9-run lead. And Shalimar doing all they can to desperately cling to stay back into this game. They had their opportunities early on. And here comes Rao. The wind up, and that one is, let's see, and it's not going to get called. It's 1-1. Here it comes, and that one's low and outside for ball 2. Rowell trying to keep everything wide. Every time that he has remotely gone inside, Liberty County has got a piece of it. And they're doing it. And that one's been lofted up. Can they get it? Can they get it? Oh, he did. Oh, no, he bobbled it. Johnson will make the throw home, and that's it. Oh, man, and that will do it, folks. That will do it. That was a reach on error. That was a tough play over there. They just couldn't get it. Johnson was there to try to cover it up, but that will do it. As Liberty County did. Shalimar did all they could to try to get a hold of that. Looked like that one was going to be clean. He caught it. Looked like he caught it while backpedaling. And that has to be a tough way to end the ball game if you are Shalimar. But they put up a valiant effort early on. That was Jackson, that was Tristan Jackson over at second, who made a valiant effort and attempt at the play. And as both these teams are lining up to have their announcements heard from it, this game will be final. It's as a part of the 10-run rule. It will be and Dixie Youth, if you lead by 10 or more runs after 4, you win. So they will call it here in just a second. So in the meantime, we'll wait. Jock Jive works small events and large, from T-ball to the Toyota Center, youth sports to collegiate, audio only to full-scale productions for ESPN. We do it all. To find out how we cover your team or event, email info@jockjive.com. Also coming this summer on jockjive.com, there's Dixie Youth Baseball, Dixie Baseball, Cal Ripken World Series, Georgia Parks and Recreation Championships, SWAC Media Day, and a whole lot more. Yes, there are plenty of reasons to come back to jockjive.com. All right, we are still waiting on announcements from the field, but they do as they do here at the Veterans Park in Bristol. I want to stay for you guys to hear that announcement. Hear the announcement on the field, because you can hear the final being 11-1 after 5 at the 10-run rule. It was the game ended on an error, and with the 2 runs, Liberty County scoring in the 5th, the bottom of the 5th, to top it off. So you're going to hear an announcement from on the field, and then we'll close our coverage here. I just want to make sure that you guys get the most comprehensive coverage here at Jock Jive. So you hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you can please direct your attention to the pitcher's mound where Brian Cox, National Director, will be presenting our awards for today's game.
And the field, they're presenting the awards to the respective teams. I think it.
At this time, we're going to present our participation medals to the Shalimar All-Stars. Starting with number 12, Jace Brown. Number 15, Aaron Rowell. Number 5, Ben Otten. Number 42, Isaiah Johnson. Number 13, Joshua Knoll. Number 4, Trey Edwards. Number 8, Keeson Hines Wheeler. Number 3, Tristan Jackson. Number 21, Landon Rumfeld. Number 11, Mikael Johnson. Number 6, Dylan Maracos. And number 14, Joshua Millman. Assistant coaches for Shalimar, Sean Thornton Wheeler. Donnie Brown. And your manager for Shalimar, Mr. Reggie Stucker. Ladies and gentlemen, the teams in this state tournament are winners as they represent the best from their district. However, with this loss, we will have to say goodbye to Shalimar. We have enjoyed having them in this tournament and celebrate their commendable baseball season. Let's all give Shalimar a round of applause and wish them a safe trip home and great success in their future play of baseball. At this time, we have a couple more presentations to make for Liberty County. Starting off, first of all, with a home run ball presentation to number 42, Nate Carpenter. Shalimar, you can retrieve your team flag at this time. Liberty County, if you'll hold your position just a moment.
Yeah, so as now Shalimar running back to get their team flag as they have been eliminated from Dixie Youth Play for this season after winning their district and having a good run. The entirety of the team trying to pull the flag out of the fence.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Shalimar as they make their way back with their team flag.
Hines Wheeler and Trent Jackson waving it with.
And with today's victory, Liberty County will advance to the 2018 Majors Dixie Youth State Championship game this afternoon. It's also to be noted that officially, as the lone B Division team in the state tournament, Liberty County has secured the state championship for the B Division of the Dixie Majors State Tournament. Congratulations, Liberty County, and good luck this afternoon as you play for the state championship and an opportunity to advance to the World Series in Lumberton, North Carolina.
All right, so Liberty County will advance to the state championship game later here tonight on Jock Jive. Tune in for that. And if they win that, they get a chance to play in Nationals in Lumberton. So we appreciate you here on Jock Jive. I'm Ryan Maloney signing out. It was a pleasure for every one of you to join us. Congratulations to both Shalimar and Liberty County. Final here in Bristol. Liberty County 11, Shalimar 1. God bless.